Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $25 tier supporters over at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, those being Jerry Alexander, Samantha Bates, and L, without whom we wouldn't do nearly as much of what we do now, and you wouldn't be seeing all these hand gestures that I'm making now. Thank you very much for your support over the years, and those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Thank you for going with me, Holly,
Oh,
on
yes.
this journey.
Well, this is Wish, not fish. Wish.
Yes,
So, yeah.
I recall that joke and how it
Oh, yes.
paralyzed four people.
Yeah, you're right. 4. I had to count. I was trying to remember who was there that day, but yeah.
I just remember you and Emma, and that's all I remember. And the rest is just
It
bodies.
was Taylor and Anna, not the
Different
Anna who is currently my sister-in-law, but the other Anna that used to be involved in theater stuff. Yeah.
Anyways,
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coyote and Crow Tales from the Mizizibi. I am William, or Shawnee, and I am your story guide for this Coyote and Crow saga.
I forgot we were live.
And joining me today, we have Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Nutty, who is a Path of the Falcon Seeker.
and whose cable got eaten by the Pixelottl's cat.
Yes.
Or Pixelottle.
And the Zodiac System.
Hi, my name's Red of the Zodiac System, and I am playing Wuya, the Path of the Coyote Tinkerer.
Should I change the overlay?
And
You don't have to. Julia works fine as but
yeah, I
I wouldn't
asked how
argue.
they would prefer to be introduced when I do the introduction stuff, and so we went with that. And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Tawe Sikik, who is a Path of the Salmon Seeker.
And Sen.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing a burnt-out old wreck of a person. Also playing Zen, a Path of the Wolf warrior.
I was gonna ask what you were playing in game.
And speaking of remembering that we are on the game.
I know it now. I know it. I have 0 alcohol in my system.
That's what every drunk says.
I wish I had alcohol in my system. I don't.
That's also what every drunk says.
I'm playing
Did you throw
Is that
something
what
at
every drunk
did you throw something at the monitor?
No.
That's also what every drunk does. I mean, you were pointing at Red earlier. And expecting them to see it. You're throwing stuff at the monitor.
All I saw was you make some kind of hand gesture, and I heard a thump from the other room.
You were
I thought you had thrown something at the monitor.
You were doing fweesh earlier, which you only do when you're intoxicated on certain substances. I think you might be drunk, Holly.
I'm really not. It's been a couple of days. I've been a little sick. I'm a little moody. I'm recovering from stuff. I'm just all over. I'm also playing Tala. She is a Path of the Falcon. Whisper next. Please.
You're the last one in line.
And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights and human rights, eat the rich, happy sloth month. I don't know if there's any other awareness month that is going on right now. But that one as well, if there is one. And as I always do specifically for this game, Coyote and Crow is a game created by indigenous voices, by native voices, and for everyone, but also especially for native voices. While many of us in this game have native heritage and are using this game to sort of explore some of that, none of us here were raised in native culture. And so this game will not look anything like what I would expect a game to look like if run by native voices. So do not look at us as any kind of example of how specifically this game should be run or is commonly run.
That will go
And-
poorly.
Happy National Fire Day.
I'm sorry, what?
Is it National Fire Day?
No, I just made it up.
That's. I was gonna say that seems like a bad idea.
I think it's always National Fire Day at
In-
Sin's house.
I like fire.
Really cool blowtorch. I did not know you had that.
Ooh,
Oh goodness.
I want to get the Hacksmith mini lightsaber butane torch.
Yeah. I want Hacksmith to like
If only so I
eventually hit final product on an actual lightsaber.
if only so that I can. I feel like that would be way too dangerous for them to ever actually sell. But if only so I can
Oh, absolutely.
hand a lightsaber butane torch to somebody blade first and go hold this.
But when last we left off, the group was taking the last major thing they do before they take their trip out of Cahokia, which was the participation of Tawasikik in the memorial race for the retirement of one of the members of the Council of Cahokia, which one I am always forgetting.
Yeah, no, the memorial race really got nerfed in 5.5 D&D. They like lost all their like cool abilities they had previously.
I don't have it written down. I just know that I fired a teeter cannon at him.
And hit him in the head with a t-shirt cannon. Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I was aiming at someone else, but it hit him.
With the t-shirt.
Anyway.
And on the t-shirt was a representation of me.
Yes,
Mhm.
correct.
Hmm?
Until otherwise corrected, presumably by me, it will be Counselor Niankawa.
Okay.
But assumedly,
If you-
I will forget which counselor it was next time and then change.
Oh
it.
no, I've written it down now.
Those of you that are watching live on YouTube, or this is not live. Those of you that are watching on this in the future on YouTube, just go in the comments and let us know what counselor it was that Shiny's forgotten.
If any of you remember, there's your call to action, YouTube.
They can just go back. They can just literally just go back to the previous episode and watch it.
But
Because they're time travelers like that.
Or do it right now. We'll wait.
Yeah, just
But-
just pause this.
over the course of that race, the rest of the people not involved in the race realized that it looks like the eels have been hired to fuck with the race.
And not in a wholesome way.
No, very much in a disruptive way. Uncertain who
Fuck
hired
with
the
the
eels.
race, not fuck during the race.
There we go.
Quick,
It's a
naughty.
different kind.
Quick, naughty. Oh god, what was the ability that you got? That you can only do for an hour.
Astrally
path?
project. I don't
yes.
remember the name.
Quick,
Walk
naughty.
the black.
Astrally project yourself to death about it.
Walk the Black is the name of the gift
Walk the black. That's it.
or ability, technically. Gifts or World of Darkness. But trying to figure out A, who hired the eels, and B, stopped the eels. The group has scattered around the racetrack trying to find the presumably 3 other eels that are positioned elsewhere along the racetrack. Eels are very well known for their confidentiality and their never breaking contract. So you are unlikely to be told who hired the eels. In fact, the one eel that you managed to
Brainwash.
you managed to override
Oh,
free will
yeah.
on.
Persuade. Friendly persuasion.
Brainwash.
Tomato, tomato.
You took bleach to that brain and just took it over.
It was nice, Bleach. I told him to go get food and stuff. It's fine.
Reference for the Dropout fans. Bad guys use lightning because that's evil and scary. Good guys use mind control because that's fun and helpful. Brennan Lee Mulligan commenting on the aesthetic morality of Star Wars.
Yes. Good guys use brainwashing because they told you it was good.
But with the we even with the one that you managed to catch under the Coyote's gaze, you were unable to get any information about who had hired them because that particular eel did not even know. Presumably the person who organized the thing would have known.
They did say there were 3 more, right?
Yes, they did say that there
Okay.
were 3 more eels positioned elsewhere on the track, which is why you guys have split up in different directions, looking for them. So
and I found one, or at least his drone.
You did find one drone, hovering over the council building, on the stretch that you managed to reach.
And I shot the fuck out of it.
That you did. So we pick up at the start of the round with Liv, and we're gonna start speeding through the race instead of going by segments. We're just gonna start going by laps because there's only 2 more laps to go, and I suspect that the group of you are going to very quickly find and deal with the remaining eels. Especially because all 3 of you have the group of you that have split off. Because I believe Nadi's just sort of standing in position and keeping everyone linked.
No, Nadi went off. Nadi went off in a different direction while keeping everyone linked. I thought.
Did I?
Yeah, I thought you went one. Because I went one way down the track and you started going the other.
I think you did at the very end of game because you were left alone.
That sounds accurate, and I definitely feel like I did go somewhere, and I feel like I was doing it for a reason.
What that reason is, we'll find out.
I mean, we might find out. Do you know why? Because I don't.
I don't.
Those who are watching on YouTube, let's go in the comments and let us know why Nadi is going wherever Nadi's going.
I can use Coyote's gaze on you and give you a reason to go somewhere.
You certainly can. You have permission.
Yep.
It's not.
I feel like that would make a weird, like, sort of.
It's not creepy. It's
microphone
not creepy
echo
if you have consent.
on the Raven's Call.
At that point, it's just a weird kink thing that they have going on.
No, we did establish that what Coyote's gaze sounds like on the Raven's Call is it just sounds like static for a second and then everything just changes. But the 3 of you that have split off, the 3 groups of you that have split off in different directions, have each found one of these to deal with. But we're starting with Liv, who's going to provide a bonus for Nadi's, or not Nadi, for Tawasikik's next roll.
Okay.
She is going to use her.
Oh yeah. Also, as a reminder, I am high on bear power right now.
Yes.
Which means I have
boosted.
My strength is currently 10.
We're going to use her Science.
Holy crap.
She did really well. Oh yes, the other thing that's very important, that was a very important character moment, is that as Tawasikik took the first lap in first place, they managed to overcome just a little bit their fear of flying. As the burden has been reduced from a level 3 burden to a level 2 burden. And relevantly, with 7 successes, Liv is going to reduce the difficulty of your next piloting check by 4 and give you 3 bonus dice on it.
Ooh, okay.
Now, Woya and Tala, were you guys moving in a group, or were you two separate places going?
We were
Word
two
south.
separate
Mhm.
places, I believe.
Yes. So, at this point,
Two
the
separate
two of
places
you
going. Getting a little crazy.
two
Backwards
separate
talking.
places going. I would just like both of you to go ahead and just roll me a survival or tracking, just to see how well you locate the eel that you are looking for in your respective locations. Double botch from Woya.
2 successes.
Woya, you feel like there's probably an eel somewhere nearby, but you can't see them. You don't know where they are, but you think they're nearby. Probably. Maybe. Tala, you have a line on. You can see the eel's drone in the sky, and you're pretty certain they'll be somewhere nearby. Based on where you're at on the loop, you would suspect they would probably be, because you're about at the lake on the. I need to orient myself with this compass again, on the southeastern side of the loop, about here-ish. You're pretty certain that they will probably be somewhere hiding among the sparse buildings that are scattered around here. So you may have to start like climbing a building and trying to get a better look, but you are somewhere in the vicinity of where you're looking for.
Okay. Then she will head in that direction to climb the building.
What are each of you doing on your turn? I'm assuming you're going to start climbing.
I'm apparently Spider-Man, so I'm gonna go climb a building.
Fair
I'm
enough.
Spider-Man.
Go ahead and roll me athletics.
This will go well.
Excellent.
Yep.
So you start trying to climb, and it's like you start trying to climb on one of these buildings, and you sort of lose your grip and end up falling and crashing into some nearby bins and just sending things scattering. Makes a very loud noise. If the eel is paying attention, you might have alerted them to your presence.
You chipped a nail while you were trying to climb, and that just became a cascade failure there.
Well, yeah. What are you up to?
I think she's.
The answer can be continuing to search.
Yeah.
If you want to make one of those rolls again. As your primary action.
Can she try and see if she can locate the signal?
Sure. Roll me computer.
4 successes.
You sort of like tune your Nisa in and try and identify the signal of the lone drone, because you've already seen another one of them and you've seen what they're capable of, and so you sort of tune into their frequency and try and identify one. You do find the signal point of the drone that you're looking for, which will help you narrow down where the eel will be, because they'll need to be somewhere where they can see what's going on more effectively, or at least have decent signal connection to the drone.
Are we supposed to be hearing anything in Sirenscape, by the way?
Oh, right. This stream is powered by Sirenscape, as I remember that now.
I mentioned it earlier. I suddenly realized maybe it wasn't heard.
No. I'll log into Sirenscape and put on the control panel and turn the music back to my standard warehouse music. But meanwhile, Nadi, if you figured out what you're doing, I look forward to finding out.
No, I don't remember what the fuck I was doing.
Fair.
So yeah, I am running in a direction, I guess, looking for things.
Waiting for Naughty to like
You
come back with
could
like some
absolutely
random
just
food again.
you could absolutely just decide to stop running in a direction if you wanted to.
Like, I know I was running further down the track, or down, I think,
Yeah,
like further down,
I just thought you
just
were
to a
looking for another
different
person.
place, I guess.
Yeah, I thought you were just going to go look for another one of the eels.
Sounds good. Yes.
All right. Then you also just for your passive efforts over the course of this lap have been go ahead and just roll me either survival or tracking.
I don't suppose this counts as urban tracking.
Yes, it would actually, because you are in the city of
Okay.
Cahokia.
I
Here
get
we
an
go.
extra dice for that. 3.
Hey. So yeah, with 3 successes, we'll say that you have sort of narrowed down the nearest of the 3, which would be the one that Woya is also looking for. And while Woya is sort of tracking up on the drone, you have sort of a wide angle look of the low ground area, and you sort of try and focus in and get an eye on where an individual might be, especially because currently you're using all of your physical attention on keeping the link up. You won't be able to really like try and tackle someone, but you can tell someone where they are, and you get a glimpse.
I think that I think that it's adorable. You think I'm not just going to run directly into them as
Fair.
a form of tackle, which is not tackling, is just literally just running into them.
You're just walking at them.
Yep. Walking with determination, though. It is a power walk.
Yeah, but you get eyes on
Yep.
An individual who is sort of like there are crowds all along the loop who have just found a good spot to watch the race as it passes by their area. And you find one guy who is sort of like crouched out of the way, because this is one of the areas closer to like the more like open fields and grasslands and wood. You find a guy who is sort of like crouched out of the way, just sort of in the shade of the trees, like hunched over their Nisa, as if they're just sort of paying attention to something very specific and not paying attention to the race, as it would seem. And that sort of keys you in. More than that, the mask keys you in as you get a little closer, and you recognize that they are wearing one of the unique animal masks of the eels.
Mm-hmm. So, really, 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 really loud in everyone's head that's connected. I found one. They're right here.
Ow.
Which I believe is everyone except for the 2 people in the Sunwing.
Yes.
Correct.
Auntie, ow. Also where?
Right here. Describe like the whole situation. Yeah. Coordinates, etc.
Thank you, and quieter next time.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Everything's going to be so quiet going forward.
Zin.
Why am I hearing 2 different... Sorry, it was like 2 different tracks that started to run on Sirenscape at the same time.
Weird, because I'm only running the one.
Yeah, no, it was like one track ended and then reset while the new track started. It was, I don't know what was going on. Anyways, can I? So I've pegged the drone. I don't know if it's still operational or not.
It is barely still hovering. You don't think that it's going to be functional still.
Can I tell?
At least not as a distraction. It's still in the air. But
can I tell from can I see from being able to spot that? Can I tell where the pilot must be, or can I see the pilot at all, reacting at all to it having been shot?
Just make me just roll me perception.
Perception, not like survival or tracking.
No, because in
Investigation.
this particular case, it's you're just trying to see if anyone nearby you in your immediate field reacts to the thing being shot. So it's less that you're actively hunting someone and more you're just looking for your immediate surroundings.
3 successes. One of which is a critical success.
Yes. So with 3 successes, one of which being critical.
Actually, no, 4 because I ignore ones. I ignore the first one, so that's 4 successes.
Yeah, ignore the first one. Yeah, so with 4 successes, one of which being critical. You as you shoot, you hear an expletive in Shahi, from like around the corner of the building that you're in, that you're adjacent to, and it sounds like it's someone who has like perched up in one of the like outer walls of the like buildings surrounding the council building. So someone like finding a high spot that's sort of like out of the way where they could keep an eye on the race and
heading towards that sound as fast as I can, as direct as I can.
You get within sight of it if you're with your ability to move a range band on your turn. They would now be at what would be considered medium range.
I'm going to shoot at them with my mag sling.
All right. Roll me an attack. Their physical defense is 7.
Actually, are they like holding a device or anything, like a control device?
They're operating on their Nisa.
I would like to try specifically to aim for the Nisa.
That will raise the difficulty of the called shot. I forget what the called shot difficulty is. But yeah, I will call it difficulty 10 for now. And if I need to change that, I will change it.
That's a lot higher.
Yep.
I believe +3 is accurate for called shot for a small object.
I ignore the first one, so that is a success.
Well, let me tell you, Anissa is not a very sturdy device.
No, hang on. Actually, I did that wrong because I didn't. That was a skill roll and not a weapon attack. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Oh, the mag. Wait, don't weapons add dice to your pool?
They add their weapons value, the damage value of the weapon up to your skill rating.
Yeah, my skill rating is. So it should be 2. So there should be 2 more. Okay. Hang on. So I'm just gonna roll 2 more d10s or d12s. Okay, so what is it? So 1 success still.
Yeah. As it turns out, Anissa is not a particularly sturdy device. And as hard as it was to hit the thing, it's not hard to damage it. So the shot, you very carefully aim it so that it doesn't quite hit the person, but just does aim for their device. And it's just crack as glass shatters and fractures as the screen of their knees is heavily damaged from the mag sling.
Yeah. And just
they immediately like freak out and try and look at where the shot came from.
Yeah, I'm just staring them down as I'm running towards them right now. And I figure because I'm currently high on bear, I feel like all the muscles are like veiny and taut. Like
Probably,
just
yes.
full on like aggro gym bro mode.
Well, of the eels, most of them are trying to interfere with the race. except for the one that is currently being shot at. So, dice roller. Real quick. Only one success, but he will trying to pilot their drones to try and interfere. The role that Tawaseki, the role that you were going to make that that was going to be reduced by 4, is now raised up difficulty again by 1, so it's going to be reduced by 3.
Okay.
And then increased by 2 for your burden, so reduced by 1 total. When it gets
Okay.
to you. And then the one that's facing down Zin is going to try and make an athletics check to see if they can get away. They're not as good at athletics as they are at piloting.
Ha!
555. If this was a lottery, they might have won something. But they do not seem to be making significant progress. They sort of look around for anything they can climb down effectively, and are not seeing anything they can use to get away right now.
They have won something, an all expenses paid trip to Wolf.
Tawaseki.
Okay, I'm feeling good because I don't know. I saw a drone show up and kind of explode, but I don't know. This is a whole thing happening. Tankawi is out of the race, which I feel very good about because my chances just went way up. I am going, and I think I'm in first right now, if memory serves.
Yes, you are currently in first.
Okay. I am going to try and showboat a little and do some. I've done some barrel rolls before, so now I'm gonna try and do some like weaving to hit like the rings. Like I want to try and if these are like things that I can hit with the side of the sunwing, I want to basically like gust by one so it starts spinning and then go back around and go through it. Just for fun.
I believe it was Tankawi's
Yes.
Sunwing that got shot down.
Yes.
Right. This is a world in which the fable of the tortoise and the hare doesn't exist, so you don't know what you're doing.
No, I don't. There are probably other fables that explain.
There
this,
definitely are, but 100%.
Go ahead and roll me piloting.
Okay.
And again, your difficulty is reduced by 1 total, so to be down to 7, and you have 3 extra dice.
Yes. Okay. 3 extra dice, and we are at success number 7. Okay. 4 successes. I can bump one of those up to a 7. I'm gonna do that. Let's use a ooh. That's right. I only have 1 mind. That's why.
Yeah. We'll say if you were going to do that, I would say bump the 11 up to a 12, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that because after that I'm passed out.
Do they get to ignore one of those ones because of the lucky charm?
Yes.
You, in fact, so you actually have 5 successes.
Yay. All right, I'll take that.
So, with 5 successes, you start clearing rings to try and ensure that even if someone does catch up to you, you will have pretty good odds of still winning by ring count.
Yep.
And that is the status that you are in. Let's see how the racers stack up with you. I'm just going to real quick make a couple of rolls.
Okay.
I have a stack of D12s here. Way too many D12s. Perfect for this game specifically. That was awful. Okay. Kanganada and Kola are not doing well.
Okay.
They are falling well behind with a double botch.
Oh.
Zoe Tots and Tokatika are doing all right. They are
Okay.
catching up to your position. They have not taken the first place from you.
Okay.
And Pachak and Payanka making some rings, but still taking 4th place right now. And then Wusi and Hoot. Oh, hey, Wusi and Hoot actually clears up to 2nd place. They are right behind you.
Ooh, okay.
On Liv's turn. And there is 1 lap left. So
Okay.
This will be the last round of the race itself, while the rest of you are dealing with
Yes.
with the eels. Liv is going to try and give you a hand. With 2 successes, she's going to reduce the difficulty of your next piloting roll by 2.
Okay.
Woya and Tala. Woya, you have a line on the drone that you're looking for, and Nadi has pointed out the location of the pilot who is near you in the tree line, about medium range from where you're currently standing as far as range bands go. And Tala, you just fell down a building you were trying to climb.
Tala will head in the direction that Naughty told her of where the person is.
That would be the person. That would not be the person that you're looking for. That would be the because you're at separate portions of track.
Okay.
Looking for different eels. That would be the eel that's near where Woya is.
In that case, can I try to reclimb this building and not kill myself?
Go for it. Roll the athletics again. That's better.
There you go.
That's so much better. Okay.
With 5 successes,
Make the mental
yeah,
note
and
to
one
work
of them
on your
being critical.
push-ups.
You scramble up to the top of this building and sort of get a look around, and you can see as you look over, about 2 buildings over, about medium range, but across a couple of rooftops, is another person wearing that eel mask.
From where I see them right now, can I use Coyote's gaze?
I believe you just have to see them, so
Okay.
let me double check.
That's what I thought too. I wasn't 100%.
Abilities, charisma abilities, Coyote's gaze. Character chooses a target they can see and spends a secondary action and 2 points of mind. You
Okay.
have the 2 points of mind.
I believe I do. Hold on. Yes, I absolutely do.
All right. So spend 2 mind and then make a. You're gonna make a will check, and you're going to. Sorry, the target performs a will check and adds a success to the mental defense. It was not great, but well, if they roll a pair of 12s, that's all they roll. And their mental defense is not great either. So even with a +4 on their mental defense, you are looking at difficulty 10.
What am I rolling?
So you are rolling perception and charisma. So roll a perception check and add a number of extra dice equal to your charisma. Or
Gotcha. And difficulty 10?
Difficulty 10.
Oh, too much.
1 second before you do that.
Okay.
The target is not already, has not attacked, was not attacked, is not injured, is not perceived as an enemy by the target yet because they don't know you're there. Okay, so just normal.
Okay. 3 successes.
All right, so with 3 successes, Target is putty in your hands. They will betray friends, fight for them, quit their job, or leave their family if the character asks.
Yay. I just want the target to stop doing what they're doing and to leave the area.
So you just shout over the distance, "Hey, you! Stop doing that! Go get out of here!"
You look hungry. Go get food.
They look over. Yeah, you're kind of right. I am kind of hungry. Let me go get something to eat. He shuts down the Nisa, the drone.
It's a
Drops
really
down.
good place on the other side of town.
That sounds good. I should go get that. And I start walking.
It's not a dangerous.
That's one way to solve a problem. Woya.
Can she try to hack into this thing while she's headed towards?
You got their
Location?
signal. You're familiar with them. You can try and remotely hack into this thing. Roll me computer hacking if you have it.
I do not. I have computers and programming.
I will say that because you are familiar with this, normally you would require hacking to do this kind of job, but because this is a kind of device that you're very familiar with, I will say that you can still do it, but it is going to be a difficulty 10.
Okay. Five successes.
Shouldn't have spent that summer.
You are very
goofing
familiar
off.
with this device.
Shouldn't have spent that summer
There
goofing
you
off at
go.
hack camp.
So, you managed to override the control signal, and now instead of operating on the person that you're hunting's Nisa, this drone is responding to your Nisa.
Still advancing.
All right.
I wonder what happens if
Just-
if you make it fly over and explode in his face.
We're gonna
I mean-
find out.
Presumably, it kills his equipment because it's an EMP explosive. It's not an actual bomb.
Google, what does an EMP burst do to a person?
Not a lot, usually.
Not a ton.
I don't know. Your brain runs on electricity.
Yes, but
Yeah,
there are
it
so
does-
many
it
other
does-
things in you
Yeah.
that will ground before your brain takes it.
Yeah. An EMP is not going to fuck up a person in all but the most extreme situations. The problem is what comes with the EMP.
Yeah, unless you eat an incredibly strong EMP directly to the face,
Right.
you will ground it before it affects your brain.
Not gonna say I'm not saying it's gonna feel great necessarily.
But you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
It'll be a mild shock at best.
EMPs of sufficient magnitude and length have the potential to affect the human body. Possible side effects include cellular mutations, nervous system damage, internal burns, brain damage, and temporary problems with thinking and memory.
Yeah, that's a very powerful one. Yes, that's like getting an MRI for 10 hours straight, kind of thing.
Yeah, it says this would be in extreme cases like being near the center of the blast and being exposed to a large amount of radiation and EMP waves.
Yeah. And that's not a big EMP that's packed on those things. It's meant to temporarily shut down a sunwing.
Yeah, in most cases with EMP, I know we're going down a tangent here, but in most cases with EMPs, it's not just the EMP itself. There's also an explosion of some kind.
It's the nuke
or,
that they set
you
off
know,
to make it.
a nuclear bomb or an electric charge or something like that does the actual damage.
But in this case, it's sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. These devices just kind of emit that pulse as sort of a suicide bomb for a drone. So you are closing on the guy and you've taken control of his drone.
Mm-hmm.
Nadi.
All right, how's my guy I'm running to doing?
He is now looking in extreme confusion at his Nisa because he has just lost control of his drone.
What
Like,
level
shaking it a
of-
bit, tapping it, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
how to put this. What level of response are we at this point, do you think, as a group?
Like in regards to
I shouldn't shoot him in the head.
no, in the gut.
Okay. I'm shooting him.
So you're gonna drop
And saying freeze.
you're gonna drop the Raven's Call because I believe it takes your primary action to maintain Raven's Call.
Does it take primary action? You know what?
Let
You
me
might
check
be
real
right.
quick.
I think you
it
might
takes
be
primary.
right. Never mind. I am moving my fastest movement. I'm moving maximum move, and I'm just running in his general direction.
Yeah, the connection can be kept as long as your character takes no primary actions. If you take
Yep,
a primary action, you will drop the connection.
Yep. Running is not a primary action.
No, it is not, in fact. So you just run up towards him.
Yep. And if he does not move, well, if he moves, I'm diverting course anyways. But yes, I am just going to run through him, is the plan.
So you start running at him.
Just a stampede of one.
Yeah. He's looking at his Nisa, but he hears someone running at him from a bit away. So he looks up, sees you running at him. You shout freeze as he is, and he goes, and turns and starts running.
Mine's running away.
As quietly as possible over the
As quietly as possible.
Meanwhile, Woya sees Target start running away and then Nadia run past.
I just
While the Benny Hill theme plays.
Zin.
You know how in the X-Men animated series, whenever Wolverine would attack somebody, it was largely always like a fist first lunge that he would do.
He would sort of like throw himself
Yeah.
first, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Or someone else would throw him.
I don't know how far I can jump with 10 strength, but I'm jumping the distance.
I mean, your movement can get you to engaged with him. You can get up to him to hit him.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm moving into engaged. I would like to.
And then I'm assuming you're making an unarmed attack.
Yeah, I'm making an unarmed combat check on him.
Well, his physical defense is only 6.
I'm rolling 11 dice to punch him in the face.
All right, 7. Correction.
Wow. Ignore that 1. That's 3 successes. Just
You deal 3 points of body to him as you just run up and clock him across the side of the face.
I'm not trained in unarmed combat. I'm just on steroids.
He's not looking hot. That looks like it rocked his bell, but he's still standing.
Next round, I'll punch him again.
Well, it's the eel's turn. He had a plan, and then he got punched in the face.
That is sort of a plan stopper.
What's your physical defense?
9.
Cool. As he tries to punch you back in the face. Not going to be great.
And
he does make 2 points of damage to your body.
why was I low on why was I injured?
I don't think you should be at this point.
No, I don't think I was injured. So yeah, maybe it adjusted when my strength went up. I don't know. Okay, I've marked it. I got 2 points of damage. I'm at 14.
Yep. He just like clocks you across the chin, and you just kind of like rotate head and then look back. Really?
Yeah, it's the cell. It's the normal people attacking like Hercule attacking Cell moment.
Like,
Dragon Ball Z. Just like
yeah,
bam,
fist stops.
just no reaction.
The other eels are trying to interfere with the race.
Are they? Because one's running away because he lost
No, yeah,
control
actually,
of his
no.
drone.
None of the other eels are still able to interfere with the race because they're all either fucking off or running.
Yeah, and
So, so there's no role to try and interfere with the race right now. Tawasikik, it's your last run.
All right. I think seeing sort of the second, third, fourth runners sort of clustering up behind, I'm going to go for speed this round.
All right. Roll me your piloting.
I'm going
you
the distance. I'm going
Yes.
for speed.
I have -2 difficulty, but +2.
Flat.
And then
And no extra
none
dice.
of the eels were able to.
And none of the eels were able to interfere, so you're just
Okay.
at a flat roll right now.
Just a flat roll. Okay, here we go. Success 8. Get rid of those extra dice.
I dislike the fact that that band's name is Cake.
Oh no!
Oh, the band's great.
Oh no. Okay.
Lot of ones.
I do
So you ignore the
ignore
first one, so
Yeah.
it's only a single botch.
Negative
Okay.
one botch. Got too greedy. Delved too greedily and too deep.
So when exactly does the going unconscious from using your last point of mind take effect?
When you use your last point of mind.
Okay.
So right now, if you were to use it.
Okay.
Also,
'Cause
you don't have enough mind to improve your roll at all.
No, I don't. Yeah, they're all terrible rolls. Okay. Yep,
That was a real bad one.
it was. It's beautiful.
So in these last moments, you kind of start to lose a little bit of steam, as the tension of this is the last lap. This is what determines who wins kind of settles in.
Yep.
And let's see if any of the other races are able to catch up.
What do they need to get?
They need Wusi and Hoot, who are in second place, need to be able to both catch you and score at least 3 rings.
Okay.
Or they won't be able to clear. They'll take second, even if they only catch you. Everyone else is gonna have a much harder time than that. And Kanganada and Kola did not roll well enough to even catch up. They got 1 die. It was a 12, but it didn't get them anything else. Zawitats and Tokatika get 1 success. That's just enough to catch up. It is not enough to score any rings. Pachak and Payankas roll a decent number of successes, but also a few 1s. That means they are in maintaining position. And then Wusi and Hoot. See if the lesbians do anything. No. They got 1 success. They managed to catch your position, but they cannot score enough rings. So, while you and Wusi and Hoot's Sunwings are neck and neck as you cross the finish line. As both of you cross the line, the ring counts go up, and your ring count is 3 higher than Wusi and Hoot's, which means that first place in this race goes to Tawasikik and Liv. As cheers in the crowd just start to ripple out as the winning announcement is made. Second place comes Wu Xianhu, and Pachak and Payankas take third, and Zawitats and Tokatika take fourth. You start to spin the thing down and bring it in for a landing on the landing strip, so that you can stand on the winner's station and have yourselves presented to the audience and be awarded a medal and a decent amount of money. But meanwhile, while that's happening, the rest of you, Woya, Tala, I'm assuming you're just kind of like, all right, job done. That person's leaving.
Mm-hmm. No, she's headed back. She's gonna go find Naughty.
All right, so Woya.
Are you gonna let us know that you dealt with yours?
Yes, sorry, over mental link, she'll say. Taken care
of. Woya.
Are there any weapons currently installed on this drone that I can
as a
get involved
reminder,
in?
the drones are equipped with fireworks launchers and an EMP. They're not meant to deal like actual damage. They're meant to interfere with the race.
Yeah, but you know what interferes with most people's walking capabilities?
An
Firework
an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, either a drone or a firework to the face.
Goal.
I think we're just gonna dive bomb it with the
dive bomb the guy with the drone.
Yeah, with the drone.
All right, rolling piloting.
Ram him in
his
the
physical
head with
defense
his
is
own
7. Just brain him with his own drone. Yeah.
So success number 7 then.
Yes.
3 successes.
You deal 3 points of damage to him as you just like ram the drone into him, and it just like it cuts him off at the legs, and he just like stumbles for a second. He has to catch himself. He's still moving, but he did not. That took the wind out of his sails.
Hopefully that'll give Naughty time to grab him.
Speaking of Naughty, still in his running hat.
Can't do anything else.
You make it too engaged with this person. They are running away from you.
Freeze! Please!
You can just drop the mind link and punch him. Or
He's
shoot
so
him.
polite.
That's rude. They're dropping the mind link, not the punching.
So we because anything that would actively be affecting this guy would require a primary action. You are essentially just running behind him and telling him to freeze.
At some point, he's going to slow down, and I will run it over him.
I will say that at this point, you do run into him.
Okay.
You sort of like bounce off of him. Because again, you can't like physically tackle him without using a primary action, but you can just like bump into him, just like NPC in a video game. It's like it's like
Can I
glancing
run?
off of him.
Am I then running faster than him?
Yes, you because he got like knee checked by a drone. You can in fact get ahead of where he.
I get in front of him and then I stop.
All right. So yeah, you
Like,
sort of like
right in front of him.
Yeah.
Like he can't slow down that quickly.
So he barrels into you. Then is what we're going
Actually,
for.
I run in front of him and then I duck down into a kneeling position.
All right.
There you
So
go.
now he's going to be the one who has to make a roll to try and not trip.
I'm not tripping you. You're tripping yourself.
All right. Zin,
an obstacle,
before we
it's
get
not
to
an
his
action.
roll.
I would like to return punch.
All right. Again, physical defense is 7.
Remember the last time that I just broke connection. It
Seven.
turned out very bad.
7 successes.
Yeah, that's enough to clock him. Yeah, it's
So
just,
it
you
just-
it's like he punches you across the jaw and just stops there. You're like, uh-oh. And then you just sort of like right hook across the face and he is out cold.
And then through the mind link. Mine's down too.
Mine tripped.
All right. What's your physical defense, Naughty?
Not great, Bob.
Oh no.
Physical defense, 5.
All right, so he's at difficulty 5. Unfortunately, he's only got 3 dice for this. So
Excellent.
if he rolls no successes, he just trips over you. He rolls all 3 successes, fortunately. So you duck down, and he like unable to stop his momentum, but does like push off and like kick off of your back because you have made a very nice springboard out of himself. And he just like pushes off of you and keeps running.
Stop. Never mind, mine didn't trip. He's still running.
Just Naughty, drop the mind link and shoot him.
Did you tell him to freeze?
Yes, many times. He's not listening.
Strange.
He has a very strong clearly strong issues with authority.
Just
Is everybody okay if I drop the mind link then?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. I drop the mind link and then I shoot him in the back.
I mean, you're the only other person. So let's see what Woya does first before that, because they're the only other person who can interact with this person.
Yeah, I don't think really she's just following, and
Are you just gonna try and ram him with the drone again?
yeah, we'll try one more time. Or no, you know what we'll do? We'll shoot the fireworks at his face.
All right. Roll me ranged weapons.
Oh,
37.
2.
2 hits. The fireworks flash across his face as he is disoriented. They don't do actual damage, but they do make it much harder for him to do anything as they blind him. Which also reduces his physical defense for getting shot at, which is going to be interesting. Naughty, you may make a ranged weapon attack with your mag sling. His physical defense is now 5.
All right. You said 5?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's see. Where is?
I believe in your actions you have your weapon attack, ranged weapon attack,
Yep, ranged attack.
and add the damage of your mag sling, which I think might already
Yep.
be-
Make sure. Yep, that's it. The 5 you said?
Yes. All right.
Beautiful.
Dead center mass of the back. If I could shoot the spine out, I would be.
You shoot him in the back. He goes sprawling. He is not technically at 0 body. He is damn close to it, though.
Mag slings
Freeze!
propel like small pellets really fast, so it's less than lethal munitions.
At that point, he does in fact freeze because he has now been shot. He's like, "All right, I'm done. Yeah, stop shooting at me."
I only shot you the once.
That was more than enough.
Apparently not.
So at this point, as the one guy that was actually in a position to do anything is now surrendering because he's been shot, we now leave initiative.
I pick up the unconscious person at my feet, throw them over my shoulder, and begin the walk back towards the race security people that we had previously let know about this.
So.
And then over sending a Nisa message to Nadi. Did you get him?
Yes. He's bleeding.
Get it? Get him over to insert name of the group of people that are doing security for the race.
Yeah. So presumably you start walking this guy
Come
back
on.
to security. Yeah.
Yep.
So you walk your guy back to security as he's like putting pressure on the wound.
It's a
And
bruise.
it's probably bleeding a bit.
No, I know. I'm making a joke.
Took 4 points of body damage from a mag sling. He's bleeding.
That means I punched this guy harder than you shot that guy.
You are also on bear strength right
It's
now.
true. I am on bear strength right now.
But you bring those of you that have captured your eels as opposed to just telling one of them to fuck off.
2 of them.
I told 2 of them to go get food. I was very kind.
Yep. They're gonna go do that until they realize what's been going on in their heads, and then are very concerned.
It'll be fine.
But you bring the 2 that you have subdued back to security. The chief of security starts getting someone to bandage the guy who's been shot's wound. And so he looks over to the group of you. Thank you very much for handling that. We'll see that these ones get properly penalized. We'll give them something to do to make up for all of this. And we'll see if they can get us any information, but eels are notoriously stringent about their promises, and we likely won't be able to learn who hired them, if any of these ones even know.
Well, good luck. And if you need any help, send a request into the council.
We'll see if we need to do that. It's concerning that they seem to have been sabotaging the race as a whole rather than trying to fix the race for any one contestant.
Just sort of shrug. I have no idea no evidence as to why they were doing what they were doing. Just that they were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
An investigation for a later time, perhaps. Well, thank you for your assistance. I believe your friend is currently being awarded their medal. He says he indicates the stage where Tawasikik and Liv are being handed their first place medals.
Oh shit! Very rapidly running out to get to a place where we can be, where we can be in a visible spot in the audience.
Say I am I think I'm tired by this point. Just so I've hugged Liv a whole bunch because she's amazing, just amazing. And just at this point, kind of starting to look around. I guess would I pick up on? I'm curious if I would pick up on the widespread sort of
widespread
sabotage
panic
that was happening. Yeah, would that be a thing that's happening, or was it taken out fast enough that people did not notice?
It got handled pretty quick. Go ahead and roll me investigation.
Okay.
Also, at this point, I think my bear strength is wearing off. So
yeah,
4 successes.
With 4 successes, yeah, you notice that from the look of things, you can see the security team dealing with the 2 eels that got captured.
Okay.
And you can see your friend sort of maneuvering back into the crowd.
Yeah. I would probably be looking for Tankawi, because I'm not sad that he got taken out of the race, but if fairness sakes, I think Tawasiki has like a sense of like she wants to win fair and square. Like she doesn't want to win because of treachery or sabotage or something like that. So she would be like checking.
Yeah, Tankawi is
On
like just
fellow
now
competitors.
limping his Sunwing
Okay.
back into position.
Huh. It's gonna wave though when she sees hello. Wave hello.
Yeah. You waving at your friends or at Tankawi?
To my friends.
You spot like
You're back.
Zin's face is like mildly bruised. It looks like he like walked into a door. It's not like it doesn't look like he took anything
Huh.
serious.
Okay. Hey.
Signing, good job.
Thanks. Half of it was Liv.
Yeah.
You did great. I'm gonna tell her.
She thanks you in the sign that she can do. And yeah, at roughly that point, as all of you sort of regather after the victory ceremony, that's where we're gonna take our break.
All right, those of you that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do what you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're live. We're back.
A dinosaur story.
We're live. A dinosaur story. I'm out of it.
That's the sequel.
We're live. A dinosaur story sounds like a dinosaur themed stream.
By the way, I just have to say, I saw on a place where you can buy digital codes, the code for We're Back a Dinosaur Story, and I very nearly bought it for you. I was this fucking close.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Speaking of streams, anyone that's watching live or watching this on YouTube, very soon I'm going to start doing video game streams again on the channel, probably daily. I just need to clean up some stuff first. And the first stream that I'm going to be doing is running people like Julia and Jack through video games from my childhood that they definitely have not played.
How much Final Fantasy are you going to be throwing in?
I said that they definitely have not played, so none. The first game on the docket is Silver, which released first on the Dreamcast. That's where I'm going.
Do you want my Dreamcast and my copy of Silver for that?
I mean, I've got Silver on the PC, but if I could figure out how to stream...
It does not run well on the PC.
If I could figure out how to stream a Dreamcast, then yes. I will take it.
You put the camera in front of the TV.
I will tell you, Silver does not control well on PC, and...
Well, in that case, yes. If you have a Dreamcast and a copy of Silver, I will take those, and then we'll have to figure out how to hook them up to the computer. I'm sure this.
I'm just saying, this is our chance to ruin Jack's perfect record of never having been involved, like seeing anything Final Fantasy.
Different Jack, my Jack, not Jack from the.
Okay.
Not Jack from the coast.
Okay, fair enough. We do have to clarify that.
We do. It's true. It's true.
I'm sorry. What did you say? Was it Jack from the West Coast?
I said Jack from the coast, as I call him now, apparently.
From the coast. From the coast. He is as close. He is further from the coast than you guys are.
I know.
It makes him sound rich and pretentious.
He's in Spokane. That is the right hand side of Washington.
I know. I didn't say it made sense.
The coast, Jesus Christ.
I mean, technically, if you want to go by that, your Jack is from the coast too. It's just a different coast.
And then when they touch, it's two Jacks coast to coast.
Coast, Jesus.
But yes, Silver is the first one on the docket, if I can get it to play. So,
have a Dreamcast and a copy of Silver.
We need to get them over to me, and then we need to probably find a capture card that can take their inputs.
Then just put the camera in front of the TV.
Yeah, in front of the TV. I would need a TV that could also take the inputs.
Okay, well that's a bigger problem.
Remember, Dreamcast, okay? We're talking RGB connectors, not...
I also have a TV that has those that I'm not currently using.
Yeah, but streaming on the... Anyways.
But...
Yeah.
So...
Glorious low poly 90s fantasy.
I mean, give Silver a shot on the PC and see if you can work it. But I every time I try and run Silver on the PC, I'm like, these controls are ass because it has no controller support, and Silver was meant to be played with a controller.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could get it to work with like mods or something. Anyways, let's continue.
But yeah. So the group of you reconvene after the race. Not Woya, Hawasikik, wrong person.
Yes.
Along with your medal, you have received a significant cash prize.
Woo!
This has basically become, for you taking first place, you gain a single point.
Of wealth.
I get
wealth.
a Whoa, okay. Cool.
Wealth 5, baby.
No, it's not. That's not that your wealth rank goes up to 5. It's
Okay.
that you get a single point of the
Financial gift burden.
financial gift.
The financial gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
The financial gift burden.
Mhm.
Because money
Heavy
is a gift.
wears the crown.
And money is a curse. Wait, Heavy wears the crown?
Yeah. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah. Heavy wears the crown. This crown's real big. Help. I need some help. I can't, my head is too small for this massive crown. I'm wearing it like a necklace.
Gonna hula hoop with it.
Who was this meant for, giants?
So, the group of you reconvene.
So yeah, congratulations. How you feeling?
It helped. I show you the little I'm like clutching the little figurine that you gave me.
I'm glad it helped.
What happened?
Somebody apparently hired eels to like interfere with the race,
I shot one in the back.
and we had to run around and get rid
Whoa.
of them.
Did you yell freeze first?
Yes. Many times. He didn't listen.
I did.
Eels.
I even tried to trip him.
Hello, Pat's naughty on the head.
I didn't yell freeze. I just knocked him out. Well, I shot his knee, and then I knocked him out.
I shot one in the face with fireworks.
I suggested things and they listened.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Okay, you
What?
know, boy, like you knew, boy. I told you, like
Yes,
a while
we-
back.
Oh no, that's not why I'm upset. I'm upset
Why?
because you said you weren't going to use it.
Well, okay, we'll talk. We'll talk. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You have permission to use it on me.
That does not make it better.
Translate to that doesn't translate
It
to other people.
does. No, well,
It makes it consensual.
Yes.
Yes, that does.
Between you two.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's all I was talking about.
Consent from Naughty is not consent from other people.
We'll talk. Okay, not out in the public here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to go somewhere or
Yeah.
who? What?
Well, you need to cave the Sunwing, right?
Oh yeah. I'll go do that. And then where are we meeting up?
I'm hungry. Is everyone else hungry?
Ravenous.
Yeah.
Food and barracks.
Sure.
Barrett still seems kind of public.
Looks over at Naughty. What's wrong with the? I've never heard you make that sound when someone's mentioned the barracks before, Naughty.
There's a bunch of people there now.
There's always others
That's
who
what
got
they're-
it there.
They
No,
like
there's a lot
Naughty.
of people there.
They're like interested in Naughty's ideas and stuff.
Oh hey, that's cool.
Go somewhere else.
All right. Food
I
and
mean, we can go back to my place if you guys are okay with that.
sure. Food in Tala's house.
I'm so
Okay.
glad you brought it up. Because I was gonna offer, but that just seems rude.
We've known each other long enough. You can offer my place. You actually did that time.
I mean, you got laid, so I mean, you got something out of it.
I feel like I'm missing an entire story.
Same.
We've known each other for a while.
Also, it sounds like
I was
Julia's back.
no, I'm doing away his voice.
Oh, okay. You're very good at it, Red.
Part of my job.
I'm gonna go put the sunwing back be right there. See y'all in a bit.
Right. Sunwing gets away. We get food. We go to Tala's house.
Yes.
You grab
montage.
lunch, and then reconvene at Tala's place.
Have I been here before?
That's up to Tala.
I think the only people that have been at her place are Naughty and Wea.
I was gonna say I don't. It doesn't feel like it. Cool.
First time for us.
Curious. What's the impression?
Are you Naughty's currently staying there, right? I'm trying to
I
remember
believe
because of the
so.
barracks.
Because of the barracks problem.
Right.
They ruined the barracks.
By adding people.
There were-
Uh-huh.
Not by adding. The people were already there. They ruined the barracks by Naughty becoming popular.
By taking an interest in Naughty.
Not ruined.
But there's more people in there. And also the interest. Yeah, but there's more people there. That's the problem.
You're gonna be popular. No.
That is their vibe.
Yeah, what does Tala's place look like for those who had never been there before?
I have not put this much thought into it.
It looks like a house.
It's just like a vibe.
like
I
I feel
guess.
like it's nah, 4
Small.
bedroom, I think.
It's indecisive.
Okay.
Like
I know you're
medium
famous. Does it feel like a
size.
famous person's house?
Like she lives there with her siblings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it seems more like a family home until you
Okay.
get into her room.
Okay.
Normal, open door. Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yeah, the style of her room is different than the rest of the house.
Okay.
Well, would you prefer to open the door to Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous or Dateline?
I'd rather go out the window.
This is nice. So
Thanks.
Um,
Are her siblings home before we have this talk?
This is the middle of the day. There was just a race. They're probably out.
Okay.
all right. So
I just sit somewhere.
it is an incredibly useful ability, particularly given the situation that we were in, and using it in that instance does make sense.
I sit next to Naughty. Oh yeah, it's lecture time.
But mystically brainwashing people, I hope you can understand, is not a good thing.
Did I harm them in any way?
Yes.
What did you do to them?
I told them to go get food and to leave. That's it.
Removing people's agency is fundamentally harm.
I removed them from a dangerous situation because if not, they were going to get attacked or knocked out by our group. I
Yes.
calmly removed them from a dangerous situation.
Yes. And this is an ability you have to unilaterally override people's agencies no matter what.
Yes, it is. I don't
But you don't
usually
use it for bad reasons.
That doesn't make it less scary.
No, I don't use it for bad reasons.
And if you did, we would. And if you did use it on us, you could make us believe that we didn't know you had.
Are they gonna know after like
I
it
mean-
wears off?
Are they gonna know after it wears off?
When it wears off, they will probably be questioning what the hell it was that made them do that. But unless they know the specific ability or they're like aware of it, they'll be questioning what the hell happened, and they'll be aware that that weren't in their right mind, but they might not know exactly what happened.
As for using it on the rest of you, I would not, aside from Naughty, because I have permission. Not that I normally would use it on Naughty, only if it were an extreme circumstance.
Yeah, no, it is an effective ability. That is not in denial. Just that's very much sparingly and case by case, if possible, please.
Overriding someone's free will is a heavy concept, no matter what. Says
Indeed.
Liv.
It is fundamentally harmful.
Would you feel better if I asked your permission to do it next
No, I
time?
don't. No, I don't. You don't need to ask my permission to use your abilities. I'm just wanting to. I'm not wanting you to not use your abilities. I'm wanting to know that you understand the potential ramifications of these abilities fully, and not just this is a trick that I can do on the fly. I'm going to use it recklessly.
I've had them for a while now. I understand it.
Okay, good. That's good. I didn't know. This is the first time I've seen you do that.
Because I don't use them all the time.
That's good.
Can confirm. I can confirm. I've only seen her do it like 3 times in my life.
You see,
A few times when we were younger.
but yeah, I don't use it a lot.
Okay.
I've to put a better light on 3 times since I've known Tala since I was 6. So
Oh,
I've known her for a while.
But yeah, there's a reason why certain abilities that the oh god, what's the word?
Adenati.
Yeah, there's a reason why certain abilities the Adnati gives us are heavily monitored and restricted. And
Currently, we are putting ourselves in situations where I might need to use this ability.
absolutely,
Well, this one was just a race. Why did they?
This calmly removed them from a potentially dangerous situation.
No,
Anyway,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about why it was necessary in the first place. What?
why we don't
There
know.
were eels trying to sabotage
Yeah,
a retirement party?
the race specifically, it didn't seem like they were working for anyone in particular. Just that the race was trying to be sabotaged.
Hmm.
Like the one that crashed was because they set off an EMP right in front of its nose.
Oh,
And they were trying to do that to all of you.
uh-huh. Okay. You can see her like thinking through, making the connections. Like, okay.
That's presumably where the fireworks that we're getting in our face were coming from as well.
Yep. Yeah, the drones were equipped with fireworks launchers and EMP generators. Oh, Boya, do you still have the one that you stole?
Had it follow me the whole way.
Can we tell anything? Like, does this look like they made it, or like they were, or like someone made it and gave it to them? Looking at the drone, does it look?
It looks like a custom rig. It was probably made by the eels. They were probably told, mess with the race. Doesn't need to be lethal. So they were like, all right, well, non-lethal. Fireworks and EMPs.
Does it look like compared to the one that I shot down? Does it look identical or just similar?
Similar. They
Okay.
all look kind of different, but they're all of a similar make.
Okay, so the eels probably did this themselves, all right, or that part.
Probably yes.
And the one that Tala questioned at the beginning said that they didn't know who hired them.
No, they didn't,
Hmm.
right?
Not know who hired them.
Okay. They didn't even know the exact locations of where the other ones were throughout the race.
So
Hmm.
this is probably something that's going to get passed on to another team, considering that we're heading out of town, but it is a bit concerning.
Yeah. When are we heading out?
I think we were only waiting on your race because you had the race scheduled out. So now
Okay.
that's done, once you're ready and have done any repairs you need to do on your Sunwing, we've got the skimmers, right, William?
All the equipment you need. You got your skimmers. You've got your stealth suits that are not perfect, but will provide some bonus.
Yeah. So we've got skimmers, we've got stealth suits. We've been practicing. That has been montaged over the past
Yeah.
couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
I've got a piece of kit to pick up before we leave, but otherwise, I think we're rest up and then we're good to go.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So we'll meet by the river, heading out east in the morning.
All right. I'm crashing now. I think I'm just gonna head back.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone who wants to is welcome to stay here.
I'm gonna make sure that they get home.
Okay.
And I will go with Tasi.
Where are
Damn it.
you going home or staying here?
She'll look to live.
They will look at you and shrug.
We'll take your guest room.
Okay. She looks at Naughty. Naughty, you can take my room.
Well, I can just couch, floor, wherever.
Okay. Take my room. I'll sleep on the couch.
Okay.
Tala continues her efforts to turn Naughty into her by having her sleep in her room.
That's not what she meant. She was trying to give Naughty some privacy.
Oh no.
In the morning, she's
I've-
got an
I've-
outfit laid out
Yeah, I
on
was
the
like,
end of the bed.
I've laid out your clothes for the day, Naughty.
Yeah.
And
Come over
These
here.
are
I'm
the
doing your
scripted
hair.
lines you're allowed to say.
while you were asleep, I dyed your hair.
Oh no.
This is your new name.
Amazing.
we meet up at the river. Why are there two Talas?
Now, this is Tala, and that's Tala.
Why is
It's similar but different.
why is Tala? Why is Tala slightly shorter than Tala?
Because Tala is Tala.
Because I was gonna say one Tala is taller than the other one Tala.
Oh boy.
No, no, I don't like this anymore.
It got to the pun. Everything
Such
before,
a good run there.
everything before the pun was fine, and then it was.
Uh-huh.
Because you were with it for a while and then it just no. But yeah, if Naughty wants to sleep on the couch, she's not gonna fight them. She just wanted to try to give them privacy because
Thank
she
you.
knows
Thank you, Red, for following the exact same train of thought as me.
she knows how they feel about the barracks right now because they're popular.
I think
Popular.
they're not going to say anything, but it'll probably be very obvious that they would be uncomfortable with taking someone's room.
Teach you the proper poise when
Would
you talk
you
to boys.
feel okay? Would you feel more comfortable sleeping in the room if I'm in it, or do you just want to take the couch?
It
It's like
Either
also
one,
knowing
that's
Tala, there's
fine.
probably a couch in her room.
There you go. Perfect.
That way she can pick out your outfit.
Show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair.
I mean, to be fair, the clothes thing has already happened.
Yeah.
That's already canon from like a few sessions
But
ago.
now you'll literally be wearing her clothes because this is her plan.
You'll hang with the right cohorts, you'll be good at sports.
This has gotten so far off the rails. I love it.
So let's start, because you've got an awfully long way to go.
So, you all get a long rest in. Go ahead.
Oh,
and hit
I
the
wanted
long...
to do something. Sorry.
Okay, that was seeking before the long rest happens. That was seeking.
Yeah.
What you got?
I have one point of mind.
Uh-huh.
I can still get into some chaos. Here's there.
Yep.
I'm just picturing Tawasikik tries to do something to get away from Zin, spends their 1 point of mind, and just collapses.
No, not yet. I'm not there yet.
Right now, I'm picturing us walking side by side, and Tawasi constantly like looking over, looking back, looking over, looking back, looking
Yep.
over, looking back, trying to figure
Yep.
out what to do to get away from Zen.
Just gonna take a deep breath in, and
You okay?
I wanted to go talk to Akwani alone.
Okay.
They tried to sabotage a race. People could have died again.
Yeah.
And they have contact with the eels. They're supposed to like help protect the city and shit.
Well, the eels do work for people. They don't, strictly speaking, protect
Yes.
the city.
It just
And they were hired
I
to-
want to blame someone.
Fair. Akwani's probably not the one to blame.
I wish we knew who hired them.
Yeah. I mean, you can still go talk to them. Maybe they know. Maybe they might have an idea.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop you.
That's a good. Good. Because you wouldn't be able to catch up with me.
You're exhausted. I just have to push slightly and you'd fall over.
As you make drunken boxing gestures.
It's like, just looks at you and just holds his arms up. Like, what?
Don't humor me.
Go.
All right.
Unless you want me to follow.
Yeah, I might not make it home. Sure.
I'll follow along.
And I go try and find Akwani.
It's not hard. Akwani makes their hideout not that hard to find. They're usually, if you find them in the evening, you can find them in one of the major bars.
Yep.
So you
I'm gonna try and sneak up on them.
it's gonna be difficult because they always take a seat where they got a good view.
I know. I'm still doing it.
Make a stealth check into the Nokorobi. Mental defense of 8.
Okay. Here we go. 7 successes.
Well, damn.
Just because I want to see. Two successes.
So, Akwani is like at the back, has like a pipe of something that they're smoking, and sort of
It's less that
like
we're
it
not
sort of
seeing.
seems to be
and
seems
more
to be
that we're-
lost in thought for a second.
We're just blending in with the crowd.
They kind of clock that Zin is there, but they're not really paying attention.
Yeah.
And they seem to be lost enough in thought that you are indeed able to walk up to them.
Excellent. I
Without
just
them
want to
noticing.
appear sitting next to them at the table with 7 successes.
They just sort of look over and realize you're there. Yeah, great spirit. Don't
Add
sneak
a-
up on me like that.
I had a question for you.
All right.
The eels who tried to sabotage the race today.
Oh, I heard about that.
Could you find out who? I know they're secretive. And
I mean, if you want to know who hired them, there's rumors going all around.
there's rumors, and then there's what you know because you pay attention to these things.
You're smart.
Who do you think hired them?
If I were a gambling person, and I am sometimes, I would probably bet that it's not anybody from the Free City. Normally, if you were gonna like mess with a race because you had some kind of stake in it, you would try and rig it so that one of the
For
racers
someone.
won, rather than just trying to mess with the race. What they hired the eels to do was to try and sabotage the race entirely, which is usually something you want to do if you want to make somebody look incompetent or look bad.
Hmm.
And the people that you make look bad by sabotaging that race is the council. So, somebody with a grudge against the council. Maybe the person with a grudge against the council lives in the city, but I don't think that they're the source of it. I think maybe they're just a patsy who was able to get into contact with the eels and maybe were handed enough money to do that. Because otherwise we would have been seeing more of this more often. We would have been seeing stuff like this a long time. I think if I were to guess, one of the other city states, probably. I don't really have good odds on who. All of them have tensions with the Free Cities. one of the other nations is probably trying to sow some chaos, make things less stable, make the council look bad, maybe get a leg up politically in some kind of negotiation that might be ongoing between them and the council. And I would be willing to bet they probably found somebody in the city who has enough of a grudge with the council and connections to the eels that they could probably convince them to hire the eels to try and sabotage the race or do whatever.
Am I close enough to hear this?
Probably.
So I just signed the name of the family that we took Liv's pod from.
Yeah. And we're going to looking over at Sin and then continuing if there's no response.
Just sort of signs out of town.
We're going out of town. Can you keep an eye out for me if there's more stuff like that at races?
I mean, it's my business to keep an eye out for stuff like that. Because at some point, if whichever nation doesn't think they've got the job done right tries to get someone to do that again, I might have to hire somebody to fix it.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll see you around.
See you around.
And on the way out.
Once we're outside, I wonder what the odds are that those orders came from either oh god, names of places.
Yeah. The one that was doing the like militia group going out for the
place that I'm from or the place that we're going.
Kitawagi?
Yeah, I wonder what are the odds that those orders came from Kitawagi or from the
Haudenosaunee.
Haudenosaunee.
When you're heading.
Yeah.
Or the T-Swak. Maybe.
Yeah.
Even.
Oh, was that the
T-Swak was the one.
Yeah.
The T-Swak Alliance were the ones who had gone to investigate.
I feel like
when we went on the
like
observation station.
I feel like that's less likely because they've already got a bargaining chip.
Yeah.
They've already got a bit, dirt on the nose of the council. So, like, manufacturing more doesn't seem like something they'd need to do. Possibly, though. Wouldn't rule it out. Just less likely. I'm just not sure why either the Kitawagi or the Haudenosaunee would want this either. But maybe we'll find out as we travel.
I'll keep an eye out.
Yep.
Thanks again.
No problem. I'll get you home.
And at this point, she'll head back.
And then
Conk out.
After dropping Kawasaki off, I'm going to go acquire a weapon because at the end of this session, I will have enough points to have it. So I'm just going to narratively say I'm acquiring it now.
Yeah, you get it now before you leave.
Yeah.
You acquire your Nietzsche Longblade.
Yes.
Be careful with that. You cut straight through to the core.
That's why it has an electromagnetic sheath.
It's also why it has a crossguard that is wider than the blade.
Yes.
But
The hilt itself is wider than the blade.
yeah, so if you drop it, it goes down to the blade, down to the hilt. Yeah, so everybody go ahead and hit the long rest button. Find out how much you get healed by.
All the way.
Oof, I did not recover much mind.
Yeah, you recover your wisdom amount.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they
I'm not
rolled,
very wise.
and then they didn't roll any on their wisdom roll to try and get more.
Why are all of us nameless characters? We have names.
I'm sure there's somewhere on this sheet that you need to put it in for that to count. I don't know.
Yeah.
You let yourself relax, kneel for a long rest, healing mind by 2, body by 6, and soul by 4.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm full up.
Yep, I'm full up as well.
Also, I have a long rest, so I'm no longer at risk of death.
Congrats.
Yay.
So the first thing you do in the morning is
You're only at the normal risk
for
of death.
59 minutes.
Exactly. No. An hour and 59 minutes.
All right, yes, an hour.
I can do 2 hours. I can do an hour, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds.
Minute the second that you cross over into that 60th second on that 59 on that
Um,
59th minute, then
I mean, technically, I'm not dead. I'm just out of my body.
yeah,
Permanently.
you're just untethered from your body.
So dead.
You become a wandering spirit.
No.
You become a ghost.
Which is
Spirit. The ghosts and spirits are two entirely separate things.
World of Darkness.
Right, sorry, you become a wraith.
I mean, yes, but also animism in general and paganism.
Fair.
I was pulling that I was spouting that shit well before Mark Reinheiken and company were doing their thing.
I'm looking for a rulebook. Why did I open Discord?
I don't know. We all meet by the river.
We meet in the van down by the river.
By the riverside, you'll be sorry if you do.
Fire had such a good theme song.
All right, everyone. Zen has on his his waist, but like on the back of his belt, so it's like it's horizontal across the back of his belt. He has a new weapon attached.
Ooh.
All right, everyone got your stuff?
Paula grabs Naughty. Yep.
Boy, will start handing out the skimmers.
All right. Naughty, there's not like a endurance limit on, like, are you gonna have issues keeping out the mind link while we're underwater?
No.
We're not
As
gonna
long as they don't take any primary actions, which means that they will
Correct.
have to, if it gets to anything that requires them to make a skill check. So anything like if they have to put particular effort into being stealthy rather than just moving down the river, they will have to drop the link for a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, just to go over it again, we're going to be skimming on the surface, down the river, into Haudenosaunee territory. When we see a settlement along the river coming up, we either disembark or dive, depending on what's going to be easier based on the situation. If we're
Amen.
underwater, we're full stealth until we get to the other side, and then resurface. Keep doing that until we run out of river, and then we're hiking over mountains to the coast.
Got it.
All right. Okay.
All right. Into the river.
All right. I just want to get a general stealth check from the group to see how overall this trip goes, and we'll see if you run into any particular problems based on the results of that one.
I feel like I should voluntarily fail just so I can keep the mind link up and see how the rest of y'all do. So I'm gonna.
I feel
Fair.
like we could drop
I feel
the
like there's
mind link
enough
as we
sneaky
need.
people in here.
Yeah.
What's the success number we're rolling against?
Let me
Standard
actually
eight.
roll my mind linking.
I'm gonna spend 2 points of mind.
Jesus.
I'm gonna spend 3 points of mind actually. One to turn that 6 into an 8. One to turn that 7 into an, or 2 to turn that 6 into an 8. One to turn that 7 into an 8, and then a fourth one to turn that 11 into a 12. Then roll again.
Okay, success.
Another so 2 more successes. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a critical success on mine. Spent a little over half my mind to get a much better roll.
I will say that because at least one of you did get a critical success on stealth, you are able to cover for the fact that Naughty is not being stealthy.
Cool. Good.
So, because the rolls were generally relatively good, no one had a particularly bad stealth roll. No one got 0 or negatives. Your trip up the Ohio River is relatively smooth. This is something that you've been practicing for. You have been taking time and training for it. You are rehearsed. You have studied. You're learned in what you need to accomplish. So you follow the plan as listed. You follow this. You take the scammers downriver. Whenever you run into a town, you make a quick assessment. Will it be easier to pass by underwater or just get out upriver and continue, or downriver and walk around? You pass 3 or 4 towns this way. Rivers are usually going to be the place where you find the most civilization because it's the immediate access to water. But it takes you a little while. Even with the speed of the skimmers, you're going to be traversing the river for a couple of days. Which means you can get, I will say, 2 more long rests in for any of you who still need to recover mind.
Yes,
and other
please.
things.
Also, at the end of this session, I will also have
There we go.
specialized skill in piloting for underwater skimmers.
I'm up to full now.
Yeah. So, the thing that you run into first when you reach the end of the Ohio is the mountain range. The Appalachians are mountains that cover the vast majority of this region. But you also run into in the foot of the Appalachians, where the river and the nearby lakes all sort of drain into the loose soil at the foot of the mountain, it starts to get like a little kind of a swamp. This area is like damp and soggy as you step out of the river at the end of it, at the end of the portion where you would need to split off. The area that you are in is, yeah, it's you are getting out into a swamp. The air is thick and the buzzing of insects is omnipresent. It's going to be an uncomfortable march through this marsh.
Having been a trail defender in Kitawaki for a significant period of time, as we know in the southeast here of the United States, we have bogs aplenty. Um, would I be able to like make a survival check or something to help get us through a little bit easier?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival. Also, I would like you specifically, as the person who has been through this area and the boggy kind of environments, to roll me knowledge as well.
Would folklore apply?
Folklore would apply, yes.
Okay, so first survival. What's success? Normal success 8.
Normal success 8, yes.
Okay. Do I have anything that? I do have the Seata kit, which I think adjusts survival checks.
Yes, I believe it reduces the difficulty by 1.
Yeah, -1. Yep. So.
Yep. Oh no.
I
Zero.
ignore one of those ones, so it's just a 0. All right. Great. Folklore. But 1 success in the folklore.
Good. That means that you recognize the signs of what you're seeing when you start seeing it based on your failed survival.
Nice. So just, this is an odd place. What do I see?
As you are making your way through the marsh, you pick up a wretched stench of decay, even stronger than the surrounding swamp. And you hear this otherworldly whisper on the air. This sense of something that is not natural drifting on the wind.
Spear is out.
And you realize that the swamps and marshes of the world are the known habitat of the Kin Satan, or he who judges.
What do I know about that particular spirit?
You mostly know like nursery rhymes and myths, which basically say, I'm not going to bother coming up with a rhyme for you because I don't know if there actually is one, but essentially the rhymes that you know tell you that the Kin Satan is the one who judges. He is they are inescapable, and you should pray that you are found worthy. And if it finds you worthy, then good fortune for you, because you will be guided from you will have his blessing and his guidance. But should you be unworthy, should your heart be heavy, then it will hunt until you either go mad or die in the swamp.
All right, everyone. I hope if you have any secrets that you feel desperately that you need to unburden, you voice them now.
Sorry,
What?
We have apparently entered the territory of a what was it? What was the word?
Kinsatan.
Of a Kinsatan. It's a spirit of judgment. It's going to judge you and see if you are worthy or not. If you're worthy, good stuff happens. If you're not, bad things happen. So if anyone's feeling particularly guilty, confess yourselves now.
And if anyone would like to roll folklore
About
to see if they know
what?
anything, to see if they know anything more about the Kinsatan.
Folklore, you said?
Yeah. Which is a subset of
Knowledge.
Mm.
Yeah. I just have regular
You
knowledge.
just roll
Can I still roll
straight
this?
knowledge.
Yeah, you can just roll
Yeah.
straight knowledge, but if you
Okay.
have the folklore specialty, that does apply.
Whoa. 4 successes. Apparently I do.
1.
I know nothing.
If you
Just-
spend 2 mind, you'd have 2 successes, Holly. Because you have 2
Nah,
sevens.
it's fine. It's fine. Other people know stuff. I don't need to.
That's the voice of a heavy heart right there.
So
What you're talking about.
Tawasiki, with 4 successes, including a critical success, you've heard stories of the Kinsatan, he who judges.
Boy, you got 2 successes, including a critical success.
And so is Voya a bit.
Oh.
But Tawasiki knows the most, so I'll just give the general because it'll probably be shared.
Quite the assumption.
Fair.
Mara has
Tawasiki-
never withheld
Tawasiki-
information before.
It's fair.
In this very episode.
That is a really evil laugh.
Like said, nothing you said was accurate there. I assume that Thinking has withheld information this episode
Yes.
because it's a Mara character.
Yes.
Knowledge is power.
Guard it well.
Hoard it like a small dragon.
Knowledge
But,
is heresy.
what you know. The judgment of the Kinsatan is a test of your spirit.
Okay.
By which I mean mechanically, when it judges you, you will be making a spirit roll.
Oh,
Oh,
God, I've
boy.
only got 2 dice in that.
Same.
And you
Okay.
know that you will need to be passable, by which I mean you will need at least 3 successes to be found worthy.
Oh God. We're doomed.
We're all gonna die.
So do all of us need to be found worthy? Like if
Or-
one of us is found worthy, does that count for the whole group?
Can we elect
How-
a representative?
How many of us have more than 2 dots in spirit?
I do.
Hey. Here we go.
So
Oh,
Nadia and
no.
Tala.
I don't think you want to rely on us two as in terms of let's send our non-guilty people up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
gonna go
I
great.
mean,
What does it do?
it's a bold choice, Cotton. Let's see
I
how it
feel
goes
like-
for
Plays
'em.
out.
I feel like there should be some sort of himbo exclusion here.
So
Heart,
the
head
other
empty.
things that you know.
Heart pure.
The Kin Satan does not follow outside the swamp. So if you can either avoid it and avoid being judged until you get out of the swamp, or if you fail its judgment, run and get out of the swamp, it will not pursue.
Right. Okay.
However, you know that its judgment is permanent.
Oh.
So if you pass its judgment, you will always be deemed worthy by the King Satan. And if you fail it, it will always hunt you whenever you are in its swamp.
Okay. So theoretically, have you then sort of faced one of these before? Had like,
No, none of you have faced a King Satan before.
No, I haven't. No.
I should say. It is as far as it is known, there is only one.
Got it.
There's only one. Never really been in its
So
swamp
if we
before.
kill it,
It is a spirit that will return if its body is destroyed.
Bad idea.
It doesn't.
if we kill it really hard,
Based on Tawasikic's knowledge, it reforms at the next winter solstice if its body is destroyed. So it will be a while.
Okay.
So all we have to do is stop the winter solstice from happening.
No.
It's our next goal.
Absolutely no.
If we kill it, it definitely hunts us for the rest of our days inside its swamp.
So technically speaking, it will defend itself before judging you if you fight it.
Okay.
At which point it will not have taken the time to judge you. It will ask you to submit to judgment. If you choose to fight it, it will not have come to a judgment.
Okay.
However, it will still be a dangerous thing to fight.
Got it. All right. My other question is, how far are we approximately into the swamp? If we just like stepped into the swamp, how likely is it can we outrun this thing?
Considering your survival roll was a 0,
yep.
If you want to outrun this thing, you will have to be running.
Okay.
As in, you will be making athletics rolls to try and avoid this thing.
Yep.
And unless you want to leave Naughty behind, Naughty will have to drop the Raven's Call.
Okay.
acceptable loss.
Either start running now or get ready to, I think, fight. Because
Naughty as a loss.
Leave him behind. It's acceptable loss.
We're not doing that because it's gonna sort of peer into your soul and decide.
Can I tell what the shortest route?
It's probably best not to. There's already been so much work putting into making them into a new person as it is, so it's fine.
Can I tell what the quickest route out of the swamp is?
Based on as far as you can tell, just straight through to the mountains. Once you reach the mountains, you'll be getting out of the swamp.
All right, let's double time.
You can see the mountains from where you are.
Let's double time that way. Naughty, if you need to drop the Raven's Call, do it. We need to get out of here.
Now, there are rumors that you can sway the King Satan's judgment in your favor through some kind of rituals or offerings, or some people say that it's susceptible to the charms of an attractive woman, but you don't really put much stock in that one because that sounds like wishful thinking for a spirit.
Unless anyone knows any sort of, you can kind of calm it by like.
Can we roll anything on this?
It feels like a ceremony.
It would be a ceremony skill.
Okay. I have two no ranks in it. 2 dice.
I have ranks in it. Look at that.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I can roll ceremony.
Now, you would want to roll ceremony. If you are rolling ceremony, you are stopping to perform a ceremony to try and appease the King Satan.
Yeah.
Which means you are not running from it.
Okay.
Let's try that if we can't get away from it.
Oh, okay. Plan B.
All right.
I thought Plan B was start selling each other out and shouting everybody's dark secrets.
That's not going to work, Naughty.
If we know each other's dark secrets,
that
was Jeremy. That was not Naughty.
That would definitely, I feel like, be impurity of spirit right there.
We start running.
Nope. All right. Everybody give me athletics.
Here we go.
I'm going
Okay.
to.
I have more ranks in ceremony
Oh,
than I
mine
do
have-
athletics.
Athletics actually isn't bad.
I am going to.
I mean, that
spend-
makes sense.
I'm going to
I do
spend
nothing but train.
a point of soul as a secondary action to use Power of the Bear. That
This
way-
is going well so far.
That fucking tracks.
Ah,
It's fine.
There we
Leave
go.
us.
one success. Okay, so I think he's
two
probably one.
successes.
I mean, it
Ah.
tracks for trying to run through a swamp. So
And then,
So, for folks who cannot see the rolls, in this, Waya got a failure.
Way only gets 1 dice.
Naughty got a failure. Tali got a
With
critical
5
failure.
dice.
Yeah.
and I got 7 successes with a critical success.
And I got 2.
So,
Have you guys seen Never Ending Story? We're
Oh,
the
no.
horse.
I was about to say, you welcome to the swamp of sadness.
We are our cats.
Oh no.
So Zin, if you want, you could leave your friends behind.
My friends don't dance.
Just leave us.
If they
Sucks
don't
to be
dance,
us, I guess.
mean,
No, I'm going to actively try to. I would like to try to actively scoop up Tala and Nadi.
Both of us?
I've got 7 strength right now.
I will say that you can do that, but you're not making it easy on yourself
That's fine.
to try and escape.
I'm gonna actually. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend 2 points of mind, to make those 2 11s into 2 12s as well, and see if at least 2 more
You
successes.
don't want to
helps
hold
with
on to
that.
that mind for a potential spirit roll coming up.
I mean, that's fair, but I'm hoping to be able to haul them out faster. Actually, I guess just if I get more than 7 successes, would that make it easier for me to haul the 2 of them out?
I will say that if you can get another critical success, so one for each of the people you're trying to haul, then yes, you can try and keep them at a rough pace with yourself. That will only cover the 2 you're trying to grab, though.
No. So just 9 successes total, but
You're trying to you can grab one of them and carry them with you, but it's not going to get everybody.
Zin
And those of you who are trailing the pack,
is honestly
feel Well-
not concerned about himself. He's concerned about getting his friends out of the swamp. So he's not running ahead of them. He's trying to use as much of his strength as possible to carry as many people as possible that need it.
you're trying to help lift people and try and push them further forward, which means that you are the one at the back.
Yeah, and he'd gladly be at the one at the back.
Who begins to feel under your feet the swamp begin to bubble and shift as if it was alive under its own accord.
Okay, at that point, I throw Nadia and Tala, if I can, towards Wuya and Toasikik and just yell, "Go!"
Hey Tala,
Yeah.
now might be about the time for that ritual.
Okay.
And I just, if it feels like the swamp is bubbling underneath my feet, I'm going to stop so that it is focused on me and not them.
What is the success number?
Success difficulty 8.
Okay.
Every success that you generate will provide an extra die for the members of this party.
2 successes.
So people who submit to the judgment of the King Satan while nearby, as I'm not going to describe the ritual because I don't know enough about rituals to know what will this look like. But those of you who submit to the judgment of the King Satan within the confines of this ritual will have an extra 2 dice for your spirit.
Does that include me?
Yes.
Cool.
As a Raven's Call is established across all of you,
That one me.
and a deep rumbling voice echoes in your mind.
It's definitely not me.
Stand before me and be judged. As rising up from the swamp is a mass of swamp detritus, as if. How many of you have seen Nausicaa, the Valley of the Winds?
Yes.
Oh my god, it's been way too fucking long. But
You know that
I have
giant
seen
sludge monster at the
Mhm.
end of it?
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that.
I know
There's sort of this
Holly didn't make
massive
any sound.
swamp mass just emerging out of the swamp. At the head of it is the skull of a deer that sort of forms the face of this creature as it rises up. These sort of pinpoints of light within the hollow sockets of the deer skull as it emerges. As its eyes lock with Zin as the first to submit to judgment. Go ahead and roll me spirit +2.
Just lock eyes with it, straighten my back. What's success number?
Standard 8. You have the mind. You need 2 to turn that to. So if you have 4 mind, you can guarantee success.
I do have 4 mind. I will put.
Turn the 10 into a 12 and the 6 into an 8.
Yep, 10 to a 12 and 6 into an 8, and then roll another 12. So that's exactly 3 though.
As you feel this creature, this spirit, delving into your soul and examining yourself, your spiritual fortitude, your essence, there's this pause. You are worthy. You gain a level 1 gift, worthy, and this gift will be remembered by the King Satan forever.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
It means that whenever you are in the King Satan swamp, it will be an ally rather than an enemy.
So it's an ally category gift, I guess.
Pretty much.
You need that roll from any of the rest of us.
Yeah. So who's next? It will judge.
I mean, it's
each
either
of you
you or
in turn.
me.
Yeah.
It's either you or me, Holly, because we were the last ones thrown.
What are we rolling for this spirit?
Spirit
Spirit.
+2 for the ritual.
Okay.
Diff 8.
And it's normal success
Standard
number.
difficulty 8. Yep.
All right.
Look at that.
Whoa. Okay.
You are apparently very, very worthy.
Yeah.
As it stares into Tala. You bear much, but I see the strength in you. You are worthy. And you gain the level 1 gift, worthy.
All you're just gonna do is encourage her.
Naughty.
Yep. All right. Spirit
2 extra dice.
+2.
I know you have mind for that.
I do.
Just 3 points of mind. Or it hunts you to death.
To be clear, is that what the...
As far as you know, it will hunt you until you go mad or die, so long as you are in the confines of its swamp.
All right, fine. Okay, so hold on. I have to figure out because
If it judges you unworthy, your only hopes are to
no,
fight it.
yes,
Or flee
yes, hush. I'm doing math.
it. Fair.
Okay, so I think I only have to do 3 mine.
Yes, 3 mind is all it
Mhm.
takes.
Okay.
Spend your 3 mind. You get your 3
Yes,
successes.
done.
As it pierces into you.
Hi.
You. There is much within you, mysteries yet unraveled. But I see your strength. You are worthy. You get the level 1 gift worthy.
No one's right all the time.
Between Tawa Seekik and Woya, who is next?
I'll go.
Okay. Ooh.
It will take, to guarantee success, it will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 mind.
Or I go mad or die. That's like those are my only 2 options.
So to be fair, that's guaranteeing with just the dice you got there. You can just spend 4 and roll your critical die and see what you need to do from there.
We'll do that option and
Yeah.
then see if
1 to turn the 11 into a 12, then 3 to turn the 5 into an 8.
Okay, so you will still need to spend that other 4 to turn that
Oh.
4 into an 8 if you want to
Okay.
succeed.
Which you might not be able to do.
I had 11 mind when we started this.
Oh, hey,
Ooh.
lucky you.
Good thing too.
Yeah.
I have 7. I couldn't have done that at all.
No. Oh, Woya just took like a brick to the brain for a minute.
You feel this thing's presence in your mind like a lead weight on your soul as it scours you and like digs deep for anything that you might be hiding.
Like to imagine like as this thing is like filling the crevices of her mind, trying to find every door, this spending mind is just throwing up walls where they shouldn't be and blocking out things from this thing.
There is much conflict within you, but I see your nature. You are worthy. You are judged worthy. I was seeking.
Yep. Here we go.
Remember, +2 on your spirit.
Yep.
Question.
You only need to spend 1 mind.
Yep.
It
I spend it.
it says you have to consent to being judged, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What happens if you just don't consent to being judged? You don't fight it. You just don't consent.
Then you fight it.
So the specific rule is if a character stands in front of Kane Satan, takes no actions for a round, and consents to judgment after being asked, Kane Satan will judge the character. Judgment is permanent, blah, 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 blah.
Is this one of those catch-22 monsters where the trick to defeating it is just to say no, I don't consent?
I mean, theoretically, you could do that, but it will just follow you at that point, and who knows how long its patience lasts.
I mean, yeah, if I have to just keep saying no, I don't consent, no, I don't consent over and over again, that's fine.
The denial route.
But you spend your 1 mind?
Yes.
Yeah, as it peers into your soul as well. I see turmoil and pain within you, but I also see strength. You are worthy. All of you who stand before me are worthy. Actually, I need to roll for live as well, because there's 1 second.
Look, I'm just gonna say it, guys. I think this thing is just tells everybody they're worthy because clearly it's wrong.
Liv will spend the 2 spirit that she needs to succeed as well, and Liv is also judge worthy, or 2 mind rather. So long as you are within my domain, you have my blessing. You will never want for food, and you will never be lost. Should you need guidance from here, I shall lead your way.
I just point. We're trying to get over there.
Sort of looks towards the mountain where you have indicated. Then follow. Oh, we lost Julia's camera.
Oh no.
Lost Orb was turned off.
I might have bumped a light.
Oh no.
Cameras may end up rearranging.
mean-
I don't know if you've pinned them in place.
Yeah, it's pinned in place. This is the best time for a camera to go off, anyways, 'cause we're 2 minutes till the end. So
Yeah.
Right.
The Kin Satan sort of turns and begins to move in that direction. And in its wake, the swamp kind of flattens out behind it, creating like a walkable, easily traversed path behind it as it leads the way through the swamp.
It just seems like he's lonely and just wants people to hang out. So he keeps saying, "Yeah, you are welcome in my swamp. Always. I will give you food. Come on, come back."
hey, lots of spirits are just lonely.
Yeah, no, legit.
But as you are led out of the swamp by the Kin Satan, that's where we're gonna end for the week.
Sorry. Now I'm just stuck on the fact that Kappa don't drown people because they want to drown them. They drown them because they want them to come visit them at their home and don't understand that not everybody can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Anyways. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.